Contrary to the wording in the Administrative Procedures Acts, the lead sentence in Article 1, Section 1 of our U.S. Constitution places all, and the lead word is all, legislative powers in the hands of the Congress. That means that all laws are written by the Congress, or in the case of our state, the state legislature. And the same wording is found in our state constitution. U.S. and state constitutions specifically state that only our constitutions are the law of the land. Justification for agency law is always one of efficiency, urgency, or just plain easier. It does make control of the people much easier. Some say it's challenging to write laws to require surviving votes of both houses of Congress, a presidential signature, and lawsuits before the U.S. Supreme Court. That difficulty was intended by our founding fathers. Now agencies, our fourth branch of government, writes the laws and has created its own judiciary. Administrative law judges are appointed and controlled by the agencies that appoint them. And they create their own enforcement branches. Agencies have thus become the de facto legislature, king, judge, jury, and enforcer. But it gets better. With this centralization of power, we now see the blatant practice of selecting which portions of laws the executive or the agencies choose to enforce, and which corporations or favored individuals get waivers from the laws. These suspending and dispensing powers are specifically prohibited. Under our constitutions, a legislative act, once signed into law by the president or the governor, mandates that the executive branch enforce the entire law equally on all people. Presidents Jefferson and Madison both said, should legislative, executive, and judicial powers ever be combined into a single hand, it becomes the very definition of tyranny. Today, what we call administrative law is that tyranny. This total remake of our form of government combines the powers of all three agencies under the executive, all three branches. This could only legitimately have become law by amending our Constitution. This never occurred, nor would likely ever receive voter approval. Having not amended our constitutions to allow it, all administrative law patently violates our Constitution and is therefore illegal. Now consider, our county policy on code violations is for the county code enforcement person is only to investigate a neighbor's complaint of an alleged code violation. The case now becomes one of you, the citizen, versus the county. We have today is a scenario which equates to an anonymous neighbor's phone call becoming a game of let's watch you and the county fight. What purpose does this all serve when the issue should be a civil suit between the two neighbors, or better yet, a simple discussion? Under Washington State's Constitution, we elect our judges. It's patently unfair for the hearing examiner, who acts as an administrative law judge, to effectively be an employee of our county commissioners and the Department of Community Development. Is any part of administrative law even legal? A law was passed, but can you pass a law that gives away your basic your basic job, that of law writing. Our great experiment of government of, by, and for the people seems to be running on the rocks. As you can see, we no longer have control of our government. Our government has control of us.
Well, thank you. It's my honor to be with you this afternoon or this evening, and I want to thank every single one of you who took the time to show up tonight, because I can't tell you how important it is. And it's 16 years since this group was started, because that was the first year that you helped me learn that maybe I could make a difference by being an average citizen running for office. Well, let me tell you what, I can affect the law, but I can't do it by myself. But if all of you are behind me, you watch what we can do.
When I was a kid, I was in the 6th grade, I remember a quote. You've been asking yourselves what to do. And we've talked about there's 3 types of people. There is the sheep, there is the wolf, and there's the sheepdog wolf. There's another quote. There's the people that watch what's happening, the people that ask the question, what's happening, and those that actually do something about it. That's what your job is, to be each and every one of you individually. And the quote I want to remind you of from the 6th grade, a little kid quote: if it is to be, it's up to me. If it is to be, it's up to me. So each one of you that are thinking, realize that that is not an action. Each one of you that has an opinion, that is not an action. Please, now's your time to stand up and actually go create an action. Make something happen and have an input with your commissioners. Then you get to change the world.